Now, you would be correct in being confused at why you're looking at a doormat. But there's a very interesting story behind this doormat. You're also probably asking, what has this got to do with scale modelling on wargaming? Now, if you already do scale modelling on wargaming, you'll know exactly what this is for, but this video is not for those people, this is for everyone else. I have spent my entire half-term deliberately going out looking for a doormat. And just because I have one now, like this, doesn't mean that I've met my criteria. I wanted a completely blank doormat. And I am not joking, I looked everywhere I could think of for a doormat. I spent so long for looking for a doormat, now I finally have one. And I'm going to tell you, well, I'm not going to tell you, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with it. But this took me a long time to get, so I will begin doing the doormat process, I guess. And this is for wargaming. So I'll give you a bit of a hint on what this is for. Let me get my tiger tank. Here it is. Here's the tiger tank. Here we go. Okay, that doesn't really give off much of a clue, but what if we put it next to it, and then you're looking next to it? That might start to look like something familiar, but if you don't get it yet, I won't give it away quite yet. Okay, so this is surprisingly harder than I thought it was going to be. I used these big sharp scissors, and I've probably wrecked them, to cut out a small section of this carpet. And you're probably wondering what this small piece of doormat is for. If you haven't guessed it already, I'm deeply appalled. You can see I have two strips here. These weren't on purpose. This is because cutting straight is very difficult when you have incredibly thick rubber on the bottom of the doormat. Also, this created a huge mess, which I don't think will go away forever. I mean, it's going to need quite a bit of hoovering to get rid of that. And you know, even though I did cut those small strips off, this is still not a perfect rectangle, but you know it will do. Now you're still probably wondering, what is it? If it's not made obvious for you yet, it's a cornfield. It took me like 2 minutes to do. I'm going to cut multiple cornfield things out. This is for Crossfire. It's a piece of terrain where soldiers can use for cover. Also, it looks kind of nice. It looks kind of peculiar while by itself, just like that. It looks kind of weird, actually. It does not really look like a cornfield, but when it's broken up into multiple pieces, and you have, you know, other pieces of terrain on there as well, it will look more like a cornfield. Especially from the side, it looked quite cornfieldy. So yeah, that's my cornfield. And I would say that's enough for this week, but honestly, I have spent more than 1 hour trying to get the doormat. So I think that is sufficient by itself, but honestly, legally and Duke of Edinburgh wise, is definitely not. So I'm going to cut multiple of these out. That still won't take an hour, and I'll probably do something else as well, because cutting this out isn't exactly difficult. So I'll find something else interesting to do. Probably cleaning all this will probably take an hour, but you know, whatever. So for a bit of a fun side project, I have, to add more interest to the field, the cornfield, I have put 2 matchsticks in a crucifix formation. And then put blob blue tack, or white tack in this case, around them too. So it's in a vaguely, sort of scarecrow shape. A scarecrow. Doesn't look like a scarecrow at all, but I'm gonna paint it. I'm not quite sure what paints the colour in. I might just paint it into a dark brown colour. But scarecrow. The white tack's not gonna work very well. It's not gonna work well, so I'm gonna have to get some modelling putty or something, because It's a really temporary solution, if I'm honest. A scarecrow. Okay, so this is definitely a suggestive looking scarecrow. It's not fully dry yet, but I guess from a distance it looks soft. Okay, no it doesn't. Okay, well, when it's dry, this is just the base coat. When it's dry, I'll apply some red and blue and different sorts of colours on there to make it look, you know, scarecrowy like.